Hello friends, this is Coldrun back with Dragon Age Inquisition. We are here in Skyhold. We just finished up Wicked Hearts and Wicked Minds, or Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts, or Hearts and Eyes. Both Hearts and Eyes are wicked in some order. And I am going to just kind of take some time here to see what I might have missed. What's that? Just because usually after like big things, sometimes there's new dialogue, so I'm gonna go around and see what else is new. It looks like there's something new over here. How you doing, Sir Morris?
I think that's a title.
Oh, bells. I've been writing it wrong.
Oh, bells? Never heard that one.
Quiet, you. Your feet and hands, not a mouth. Oh, my maker. You cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halamshiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut. Although it is yet bewildering at the center.
Goodbye. Halamshiral caused it. Of course it caused it. Okay.
There are problems coming out of Halamshiral?
There are always problems from Halamshiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads.
Commendations?
I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Okay.
How is it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers,
Okay.
given them what for.
Oh, negotiate
Your
negotiate a plan for weapons operation. Okay. So yeah, let me do that now. That first, because I know there was another operation. I didn't see what it was, but there was another operation that popped up at the end of the last session too.
Now this is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
Wait. Yeah, this is new, isn't it? Like, wasn't there all this construction before? I swear there was construction before. Alright, what's up at the war table? A few new things. Holy crap. Red Templars on the Storm Coast, delicate negotiations.
I should inspect the condition of the
Hell
trebuchet.
yes.
It must be calibrated to reach the proper range.
Extremists.
Again? How many times will you be doing that?
There's so much here. Okay, this is like fully restocked. What else is here on the Oh my god, look, there's so friggin' much. Jesus. Okay. Truth or Dare, the end game. So that has a big sword, but it doesn't. Oh no, that's something else. That's something else. Okay. So there's a metric ton of new stuff here. So let's get started on it. I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to start kind of go in order and just read like kind of one at a time. I don't. Let's see. Investigate Lord Enzo of Antifa. We'll go east to west. A report from Antifa delivered to Leliana. The Venatori are smuggling red lyrium into Antifa, but thus far they have evaded our grasp.
Interesting to see how much has changed in Halamshiral. And so little. Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires.
I don't remember if I met Madame Méprise. Anyway, the Venatori are smuggling red lyrium into Antifa, but thus far have evaded our grasp. We believe Lord Enzo of Rialto is assisting them. Lord Enzo is clever, well-liked, and has relations among Antivan royalty. If we approach him without proof, he will bury his tracks and turn his allies against us. We must handle this carefully. This has Josephine all over it. I have a cousin in Rialto. If she threw a soiree and invited Lord Enzo, his house would be clear for Leliana's agents. Leliana, Lord Enzo attends the theater on the same night each week. His home is empty, save a few servants during that time. My agents could pay a visit. I like that both these require Leliana, so I'll just... Josephine seems the bonus.
Inquisitor?
And then we got Red Templars on the Storm Coast. Reports indicate that the Red Templars have taken over an old dwarven port on the Storm... This is the missing thing! Oh, okay, this is the secret... Okay, yep. Granting them a foothold in Ferelden as well as easy access to the Waking Sea. The port itself provides a strong defense from outside attack. A full assault by our soldiers might eventually yield results, but not without high casualties. A smaller group may have better luck infiltrating their stronghold. Okay, secrets. We do not want to draw attention too soon. My agents will find a way to enter the stronghold without alerting the Red Templars. Forces. Small initial attacks could secure the surrounding area and distract the Templars from our larger plan. Yeah, let's go the forces route. I hope there's not a good one and a bad one. Commander, our soldiers have conducted a number of small successful attacks on Red Templar patrols up and down this coast. We have them on edge. The time to strike their main stronghold is now. The radiant, lovely Scout Harding. Oh. Holy shit. Not now, but in a second. Yeah, give me... Wait, how do I... Can I do that soon? How do I go back to that? Just a second. So I think I can go back yeah, I think I can go back there at like another time. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I have that quest just in my log now. That's good. I'll do that after I finish my kind of regrouping in Skyhold. And so we have one more. Let's check this out. The Extremists. A message from Rector waits on the war table, still in its canister from the messenger bird.
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste, preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
Oh, Cullen is like...
I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Hush. Just look pretty.
That is amazing. I hope we get more on that. I hope that we get a DLC that's just a annoyed Cullen dating sim. Anyway, the Extremists. This message from Rector... I don't remember who Rector is. Waits on the war table, still in its canister from the messenger bird. Located the cell. 15 mages. Materials suggest they are building explosives similar to the one used to Kirkwall. Targets are unknown. Leliana, there could be more of such groups. Agents can quietly bring in these mages for questioning. I don't remember what the prelude to this quest was. Colin, we should strike first and clear out the cell before they put those explosives to use.
Any news on why Corypheus is sending people to explore elven ruins of all things? No, I suspect he keeps the reason secret, even from his inner circle.
I mean, I think either of these is okay. I feel like Leliana is so much more versatile in terms of stuff that I want to use Cullen when I can. And it seems reasonable to use Cullen in this case.
To work?
Okay. And yes, Hard and Hightown, Trouble in Skyhold. Copies of Hard and Hightown and Hard and Hightown 3, The Repunch. I forgot that name, The Repunchening. Sit side by side on the table with it, along with a note. Nightingale. Found several similarities to events in Varric's book, but all are slightly off. Dead magistrate was not in his home. Man found murdered in a locked room was a comte, not magistrate. Executors did not send warning note directly to Donnan. Obviously, object of plot is Sword of Hissarian, not a penny dreadful author. Close look at the rip-off book shows numerous grammatical and spelling errors that seemed random at first, but ciphers might contain coded information. Killer and author are clearly linked. Either the murder investigation or the code might lead us to a target. Scrivener. Leliana, someone got in and out of Skyhold without being seen. The cipher in the book might lead us to them. Okay, so the book is just almost like a coincidence, I think. I'm not quite sure. But have at it, Leliana. God, so many new operations. Yeah, and with that, I'm going to go start talking to people. And I know she's not the closest right now to where I physically am, but we got to start with Sarah. And I won't show everything, but I'll cut in if there's just new dialogue, because I imagine sometimes there won't be new dialogue.
I wonder who knows pain has tried the game. It's one who lacks a certain wherewithal. For he knows well a pain with paltry gain. The fool who dares to rhyme Halamshiral.
I am impressed.
Just me showing off.
Right? Oh my god, Meriden is skilled as hell.
Make good use of it.
Thank you.
Oh, door's closed.
One for the Empress. For Gaspard. Briala. The Duchess.
Playing
and
darts.
Crucifix. Right in the dangle bag.
Corypheus right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right? So long as there's a butt for the throne. A skinny elven puppet arse at that. Wonder how long before she forgets her poor elves. Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know.
Probably not
You
wrong.
want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
Ugh.
I hate those things with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. Concessions, or we unleash the earwigs. Pinchy butts. Oh, that was stupid. Want to go roll around until I feel better?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Why are we even still talking?
Good question. Shut it.
What a great relationship. Anything new in the book here? Sarah's Cabinet of Wonder whose it was. I'm looking for a doodle of a googly-eyed face with a Delancet corset lacing, snip-boing floppity. A doodle of a googly-eyed face with a particular mustache. That's not a face. I am so glad we have Sarah in this game.
Hello, you.
Special. We need to talk about us. Is that? Oh no, screw that.
How are we doing? You and I.
If you want, you'll never go a night without knowing. Fact. So, back at you. How are we doing?
You're annoying sometimes.
Wondrous. Ecstatic.
So good you can't talk normal. That's me being grand, innit? Come back soon. You better.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
You were there?
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks? Everyone had them.
I wonder if
for their
everyone's just
faces?
naked to Cole.
Those weren't their faces.
No, they
I'll
weren't.
talk to you later.
Probably.
How's it going, Bull?
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halamshiral was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I agree.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss. Hey, boss. How are you?
Goodbye.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
How are you doing? Probably not next Divine Cassandra.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Again, I'm personally on Team Leliana for Divine.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day. You watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine.
I have.
Because of what happened at Halamshiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Who cares about the Chantry?
How can you and Liliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
point.
not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. it would be accepted.
Why am I not a candidate? That I can't believe that has a star next to it. But I don't really think that's something I would ask, so I don't really care about that. Refuse if you don't want it.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
She might want it. She's intrigued.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began.
So she has the
Chantry
opportunity
should
to provide
faith,
change.
hope. Instead,
She's interested.
it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
That's not what I
Oh.
meant.
Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told.
I think she'd
my
be.
faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian?
No.
Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Special. Oh gosh. Not I like your. This isn't a temptation, but it can help you become divine. It's interesting because this is a. The fact that there's a crown means this is something special. I'm immediately drawn towards these like things I've unlocked with perks, but I don't really want her to become divine. I do, but not compared to Leliana. So I don't think I'm going to go that route.
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Leliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy, but she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Leliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think, and that would be chaos for us all.
No.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
So this is your new crusade.
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Really interesting. This whole thing is really interesting. In fact, I'm going to go see Leliana next. There she is. What are you contemplating?
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture.
I remember when Leliana was the wide-eyed, like, a little bit weird cleric I met back in, I don't remember what that town was, the town that got destroyed soon, back in Origins. She's such a different character, but still the same person. Like, you could, such a good arc for her. I really like her.
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
I don't think should be even remotely interested in either of these two options.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And that's true.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Interesting that I don't have that crown option with her. I don't know if that means anything. Helisma.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
What request?
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks
Okay,
to
7 of
Skyhold's
9.
present state.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
What's the request made of me? This is... Okay, let's see if there's... Because there should be research to turn in, right? That's not just... I had more stuff I collected, right? Oh, wow. Yep, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Dorian.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. An empress dead, an emperor under your spell, and that elven harpy eating out of your hand, if she doesn't bite it off. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Yeah, he would like this. I'm not surprised that he misses it.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home. Just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I should go.
As you wish.
And I think Solus should be... I don't know. I don't think Solus will have anything interesting to say on this, but we'll see.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halamshiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
Okay, because I thought he wouldn't have anything interesting to say because he's so detached from politics, because he's... Well, I don't know if he's detached. He feels like he would be, at least, because he's so, like, the spirits have seen this, like that. I don't know if court intrigue would fascinate him, but it looks like it does. I think my character's kind of annoyed by the whole thing.
If I go the rest of my life without ever dealing with the great game again, I will die happy.
Sadly, as the Inquisitor, it is unlikely you will live without further courtly machinations. Unless the rest of your life is very short. In which case, I doubt you will die happy.
Fair
In
enough.
any event, Gaspar should be a steadfast ally. Briala will keep him in check, and look after the elves.
I hope Briala is able to use her position to help our people.
Our people? Who are? Oh, you mean elves? I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Your people have lost so much of their history and culture. Do not even think of yourself that way.
I think of myself as me. That's all I've ever needed. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
And I can buy it. I don't know if Alana does, but I can buy that. And I agree.
She's done good work. Hopefully, with our help, she can help them even more.
Yes. However much I identify, or fail to identify, with her people, Briala's efforts have been remarkable. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Halamshiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. I must confess, when Celine was killed, my first reaction wasn't sorrow. It was disappointment.
Why disappointment?
How could the Empress of Orlais be taken in by the Duchess's plot?
Okay. So I don't think that she's going to agree with this. I think she does not feel guilty about Celine. I think she thinks Celine should have been more prepared.
Celine trusted me. Us. To help her.
She trusted she could use us.
Yep.
But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Ball's petty indulgence were exciting. I felt out of place.
I kept dreading I'd drop the wrong spoon or step on a general's foot.
Well done. Feuds that spanned ages have sparked over less.
Really?
Inquisitor never underestimates the enmity of those for whom outrage is a sport.
That is a brilliant quote that has a fair bit of resonance to me as a 2020 American citizen. Anything else from you? I don't think there's anything else.
I was hoping you'd be by.
Oh.
We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
We've impressed them. I don't know if it's that. Yeah.
I assume that means they both want something very badly from us.
You're quite correct. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
Well, Tevinter, what? Aren't we just... I don't know.
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orlais is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer gain.
But they also have slaves.
What sort of man is the King of Navarra?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Navarra.
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
Probably not.
With all respect to Sikar Pentagast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Archon Redanus has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
Tell me about Redanus.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
I mean, that secures
Inform
it.
King Marcus the Inquisition will wipe the Venatori from his borders.
Very well. It will be done.
I don't care about it's that last thing that really secured it. If she had just said, rumor is that he uses, like, I don't know, that he, like, doesn't suffer a cat to live in this kingdom, then, like, we'd be the Tevinter. But, yeah, that's an easy answer then. I will sit on my throne. Whoa, something's happening.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Halamshiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian.
Okay.
Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
We're in a box. I have to. This is amazing. Okay, unusual but still serious. She's dead. I have to judge her remains.
This is supposed to make sense? I'm judging a box?
I mean, you know what's in there,
Was
right?
the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
Decision to ignore this. Community service. Let's get it over with. There's a precedent. Oh, anything that's lore-based I think is cool. Yeah.
Strangely enough, something similar happened to an uncle of Emperor Leandra II. His trade routes were returned to the reigning monarch. Why don't we just follow suit?
A wise choice. Thank you for making it swiftly.
Well, we might not have done that if her rebuttal had been more persuasive, but I don't know. She seemed like she was at a loss for words.
You have to admit, it looks bad.
It looks like a lot of things, except what you're thinking.
It's obvious Halamshiral is under the thumb of that elf. She used the Corypheus threat as her road to power.
And just trusted that our forces would show up before the entire place was slaughtered?
Maybe. If I knew how a plan like that worked, would I be here with you?
I'm not sure you know how words work.
Yeah, so she is not trusted by most people, but she doesn't need to be trusted. She's not the one in the throne. All right, Captain Mayonnaise, how are you doing?
This is just... it's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
So we have your lord. Of course we do. I'm not worried about that from him.
The Grey Wardens are huge and important. You're part of that.
True, but without a blight on the horizon, everything the Wardens do feels like waiting. This, the Inquisition, is what matters now. And I'm grateful to be a part of it. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
Certainly, who you follow defines who you are. It's not that complicated.
We're not all blessed with your quick wit. Personally, I'm glad I have any wit at all. It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I ever thanked him.
Good man in your room. Why did he help you?
He must have wanted something from you to help like that.
A pupil, a squire. Someone to teach and to mold. He saw my potential. When it was over, he offered to mentor me. To teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
Greta's useless. I don't think that.
Different doesn't always mean better.
In this case, I think it would have been better. But I'm older, hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with. The war in Olay has claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
Okay. Yeah, so again, I'm biased against him, but he's not really that bad. It's just kind of it was a bad first impression from him. He's fine. He's not terrible. Buy and sell. Anything new to buy and sell? Wait. Wait, I can buy new mounts? Has this always been here? Wow. Greendale's Dalish Allbred. Abyssal Hangtooth. This is super cool. How did I not see this before? Killian Shorefoot, silent when it wishes, fearsome when demanded. A Maranthine Charger, spirited but not unruly, uncommon, not sure to impress. Free March's Ranger, a recently recognized breed coordinated by several Free Marcher city-states. The largest numbers pass through Tantervale. Unnervingly intelligent, willing to correct its rider, will not suffer fools. Of its species can be too wild to approach. This mount is long but expertly trained while losing none of its spirit. Tame not broken, or could it be? Coloration of a Draculus. I'm getting the Wild Heart. Wild Heart sounds cool. Wait, can I put multiple ones in the stable? Doesn't look like it. It's an exotic. Just not something I have yet. Oh, look at you. Oh, you are beautiful. You are gorgeous. Oh, I'm so glad I looked through this mount listing. Horsemaster Denon, I think it was, is the guy's name. I think that's gonna wrap it up for me for now. Next time, I will talk to whoever I didn't talk to this time. I think next on my list is going to be Cullen, probably. And then I have to talk to Vivian, too, and probably some others that I'm forgetting. And, yeah, and I'll keep going, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.